Hi, I'm Catherine.
And I'm Amber.
And welcome to the fall edition of PierceTV. This month will feature photography illustrations and 3D animation from our digital design students.
We'll feature more of the My Class videos with the Spanish instructor Victoria Mayorga and drama instructor Patrick Daugherty.
Speaking of Patrick, we'll have more dramatic presentations from Slam performed by his students.
Some of the classes here at Pierce offer much more than 4 walls and a chalkboard.
Our first segment today features Beth Norman and the summer excursions of Oceanography 101.
I'm Beth Norman. This is Oceanography 101. We offer it as a traditional grounded course in the classroom, but during the summer we like to take advantage of the low tides at the beach, and we actually offer it as a field course. So we have about a day and a half in the classroom, and then we meet on 5 different beaches. So we go to 3 beaches inside the Puget Sound. This is Copachuck State Park. And here they get an example of kind of a sheltered cove with a rocky beach up here and a sandy beach down below, and lots of sand dollar beds, oysters, starfish. So there's a whole variety of organisms that they identify. We actually have them keep a field journal, so they keep data on each beach and then they'll write a paper about it. And then we also do more traditional things, except that we're sitting outside at picnic tables. But we talk about the different chapters in the book and go over the material in the book, and then do lab exercises related to plate tectonics and the formation of the ocean basins, tides, and calculating what the tides would be and the tidal patterns. They have labs related to seawater and the density and salinity and dissolved oxygen, so all of the physical properties of the water that the organisms, the plants and the animals and the little drifters, the seaweed, the phytoplankton all take advantage of. So we try to give them a broad concept of nature, and not only, they're exploring it on their own, we also want them to try to think like scientists and collect some data and then draw some, make some conclusions about that data, and then they use the evidence that they have collected on the beaches to kind of back up their ideas and support their hypotheses that they've generated by visiting the beaches. A couple of things we're hoping that they will get out of this. One is, just an overview of what oceanography is about, but doing it in the field, getting a kind of a sense of the variety of nature and a respect for the natural processes and stuff as well. We hope they carry away a little bit of we'll also talk about how humans have modified things, what our effect is on the ocean and the organisms. So a little bit about our human responsibility toward our environment. We'll talk a little bit about sustainable use of the resources in the ocean. So we'll talk about the impact of overfishing, the impact of pollution on the organisms. We will, this summer, we will be talking later in the week about the oil spill that's going on currently in the Gulf of Mexico and the impact that that's having on organisms. Why do we drill out in the sea? Why do we take that risk? So what are the advantages that we get from it? But then what are the downsides? What's the impact if there is an accident and the oil starts spilling and it starts impacting the shorelines? And not only shorelines, which seems to be a lot of our concern because that's where the people are going to the beach, but also there's some threatened and endangered species that live in the Gulf of Mexico that migrate through the area where the oil spill is, or there are also some species that actually that is their breeding ground. And so, that oil spill hits at a time, where some of the sperm whales and stuff are coming into that area, then it could have a huge impact on those populations if we don't get it under control.
Here are some films from the Digital Design 3D Modeling and Animation class.
seen some of Pierce College's latest advertising, you'll notice it introduces several teachers to the public.
For the Puyallup campus, here's Victoria Mayorga.
I was born in Spain, but I've lived here half my life. Hay palabras en el español del quechua. I'm a native speaker, so I can bring my experiences, cultural experiences, so they can learn beyond what's happening in Puyallup, beyond their world, because it's so easy, even for me, to just center in my world, like Washington State or Tacoma, and to share my life as a native speaker. It's fun, and a language is so much fun because it's alive. You never stop learning.
For me, it's very interesting to know where the words, like the etymology of words, where they come.
I came with an open mind, kind of like, clean sponge. I'm going to absorb everything and whatever happens. Negative or positive, I'll learn from every experience. Teaching a language is so much fun. Yeah, teaching Spanish, it's so much fun. Really. Sometimes I have more fun than they do, I think.
Bastante claro, y cuanto más alto,
whatever they learn here, will make them better citizens, better people. I want to bring hope to the classrooms. I want to encourage them to pursue their dreams and to do better.
Aprende sobre, pero no en español.
Being able to help students, encourage students, it's really an honor. It's really an honor and a privilege. It's every day there's something new that you don't know. So I bring my personality. But when they get it and they want to learn it and they have that passion, it's contagious. It's really contagious.
You're watching PierceTV, a production of the Digital Design Program at Pierce College.
Next up are a series of line animations from the Digital Design Program.
Here with some dramatic readings from this year's Slam are students from Patrick Daugherty's drama class.
I'm Mike Medina, playing Mr. Slater, and Chris Younger will be playing Ryan, and we are performing Presenting History by Connor Seaman.
Are you Mr. Slater?
Why, yes I am. And you are?
I'm Darryl White's father, Ryan. He's in one of your classes?
Absolutely, yes, Ryan. How can I help you today?
It's about your teaching. You're making a mockery of history.
Oh, right. I suppose you're here to tell me you want me to teach objectively.
Yes.
Right, yes. You want me to just give the facts and leave myself out of it.
Yes.
You just want me to give the black and white and not give my opinion.
That's right.
Right, yes. I'm sorry. That's just not going to happen.
I'm transferring my son out of your class.
I really wish you wouldn't.
If you're going to teach history the way history should be taught, then I'm transferring him out of your class.
Now please, I can't stop you if that's what you want to do, but listen to my case for the way I teach.
He's going out of your class.
Just listen. I've met many other history teachers in my career, and what always ends up happening is I doze off. I try to listen to their ideas and their opinions, but all they do is shave off precious minutes of everybody's life. When they teach, their students don't listen to them. The way I teach, well, it keeps children from that dark realm.
My son doesn't doze.
No, he doesn't. But I can guarantee you, he's learning a lot from my class.
He's not learning as much as he can from you.
Well, everybody else is.
You may work for the bottom feeders, but you do not work for my son.
Don't underestimate the lower class. They're not stupid.
My son has more potential than them.
Your son. Your son. All I've heard you talk about is your son. I haven't heard you talk about Darryl.
They're the same person.
Well, all I've heard you explain is why I'm not good enough for your son, why your son would do better with another teacher. What does Darryl think about this?
It doesn't matter. He's my son.
Ah, see? There you did it again. Your son. I think you may have a different ideal, for your son than what Darryl actually is.
Are you calling my son stupid?
No. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that he's different from you. Darryl may learn better from an objective teacher, but you may not. What I'm trying to say, Darryl's learning a lot from my class. He won't regret taking it later in life. You could trust me. Are we good?
Okay, but my son better learn something from you, or I'll be back.
Darryl will do fine. I hope you had a good weekend, class. Now, before you start your midterm, I want to give you a small lecture. In order to be a good president, you must learn to sometimes bend the rules a little bit, maybe even break them. This can apply to all facets of life. Thomas Jefferson approved the Louisiana Purchase without consulting Congress, but he wasn't impeached for it. Why? Because everybody knew it was a wise move. He could have technically been impeached and thrown out of the presidency, but he wasn't. What I'm trying to say is this. Life doesn't always come together like precise puzzle pieces, but rather, sometimes, by cutting the pieces in order to make them fit. Thomas Jefferson understood this, even though he was a strict constructionist. The rules that are made for us are not always meant to be followed. Now, put your binders under your desk. Take out a number 2 pencil, and good luck.
You're watching Pierce TV, a production of the Digital Design Program at Pierce College.
Next up are some animated photographs from the students in the Digital Design Program.
Class is the name of our website's feature on several instructors at Pierce College. From our drama department, here's Patrick Daugherty.
We're going to go through some physical warm-ups.
When I walk into the classroom, I carry several teachers with me.
Easy going, shoulder rolls back.
I am, I would say, a conglomeration of several different teaching styles.
I really want you to go on a complete swim.
He's a very energetic professor. He really likes to get the students involved.
Oh, that's disgusting.
I love to create opportunities for students to succeed. That's part of the reason I teach, is that I love to celebrate education.
I really get the opinion that it is his life.
I love being a part of that, and I learn as well.
He just has such an energy for it that I've never seen with a professor before. He's really taught me to grow as an actor and as a person.
I love watching their creative outcomes, where they can create their own original works and look at their own outcomes and experience opportunities for success. It's not just theater, but the magic is taking place everywhere. Students are enthusiastic about Pierce College. The beauty of being at a place like Pierce College is that we do celebrate diversity, and we have all these different teaching styles.
Switch, get the other brush.
Our faculty here at Pierce College genuinely care about each and every student.
With the other hand.
We really do celebrate student success, and we teach people.
We leave you today with an animated film short from student Kaitlin Hoover. It's a bit on the dark side, but we ran out of time in our Halloween show, so consider it a bit late.
We'll be back in mid-December with another new episode of Pierce TV. If you want to catch this episode again, it will be available on the web at www.pcd.edu/pubs/PierceTV.